Good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope you're feeling good. Robbie's awake. Hopefully we're good. I'm not gonna say that, but Robbie's awake. Biscuit's awake. We're doing great. We had an absolutely wonderful weekend. We did our laundry, cleaned house. We rode bikes and pool hopped. We made it to 3 different pools, and it was just so freeing. And it seemed like the more we rode our bikes and we jumped in a pool, each pool felt better. Like, it was fresher, it was cooler, and I told Robert, I said, Robert, you know what God's telling me? He's like, okay, so the more you ride your bike, the more you get the exercise, I'm gonna make sure the next pool feels a lot better. And it did, time and time and time. And you know what's really cool though too, is I got a free tan. You can't go wrong with that, you know? And just the sun on your face. We were in front of a coffee shop. We grabbed a coffee. Robert, do you remember what that coffee's called? From Epic Coffee? Oh, it's so good. It's a cold iced coffee, and it's like their most popular one, and we got it, and it kind of tastes like chocolate milk, but like on caffeine, you know? And I was outside, and this woman walks into the store, and in the midst of what I was saying, I was like, man, it feels so good out here. And the sun was shining, it was hot, and what did she say, Robbie? Robert's still asleep. But she was like, I was just thinking the opposite, and I think it's absolutely beautiful that you think that, you know, this heat is beautiful. And she was smiling at me, and I said, man, we were homeless for 9 months, and we're just grateful. And she was just like, I really like that, you know? But yeah, the sun feels so good, you know? And I think a lot of people, when it's hot, they'll complain. When it's cold, they'll complain. There's no satisfaction, you know? But once you start to realize, you know, this is the gifts from God, you learn to appreciate everything, right? But yeah, so we had a great weekend. And Robbie and I, we go around town on bikes dancing, and just people start laughing and joining us and just having a good time, you know? Like, there was one time, I think I mentioned this, I'm not quite sure, but we were downtown in Austin after we did some volunteer work, and there was this security guard, and I walked by him, and I was just dancing, and I was singing Michael Jackson's Tweedledee, Tweedledee, you know, and then I was moving like this, and he started going like this too, and singing. And guys, this is what I'm talking about, like, with your vibrations. If you are high vibing, and you exude just beauty and love and just life, you're putting the life back into people, and they want a part of it. They want to come alive again, right? It's so cool, guys. It's so cool. So this is what we have to do. This is why we're here, to raise the vibrations, to breathe the life into people, you know? It feels good, all right? It feels so good. But today is my Monday. I feel great. I feel really good. I have a friend that lives in our apartment complex. She's moving out. She's, you know, I like her, you know. I don't want her to move. But I want to mention this because, y'all, we all have crises that we go through, right? And there are lessons to learn in everything. I'll feel your energy. You could tell me one little thing about you, and I can read the whole situation. And I was pushed to just be like, hey, can I tell you something? Or without, you know, I just want you to hear me out. And I told her, I said, these crises that are happening in our lives are there to teach us so that we don't repeat these things, right? And she was like, yeah. But she went about her way, and I looked at Robert. I said, you know what? We need to go fast because she might whoop my ass, you know? Because she's having to move out, and things are happening, right? And I wasn't sure she took that, how she took it, right? But then I realized, hey, I know what she's going through. I've been there, done that, you know, so I decided I'd get one of the books that I published and give it to her. And and I saw her later on that day, and I gave it to her. She looked at it. She said, "This book, it's such a pretty cover." And then she read it, and she said, "Ah, this is why you get me, right?" And I said, "Yes, I get you." So I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel like she wanted to whoop my ass anymore after that. So we were good, right? It was great. And then, y'all, you know you're a spiritual baddie if you're doing laundry and all these crystals. Instead of pulling money out of your pockets, you're finding gemstones and crystals in your pockets as you're doing laundry, you know? So I had like a rose quartz in one. I had citrine in another pocket, and just all these different crystals, you know, that I'm having to clean out. And I see this girl again, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, "Look what I found." And she said, "Huh, you found this?" And I was like, "No, it was in my laundry, but I want you to have it," right? All right, so the cool thing about this is that, y'all, you have to believe. I believe in God all-heartedly, but I believe in beauty and just the things that God's created too, like the naturally, just the gems and the crystals. And I believe, like, I enjoy the magic of this life, you know. And I think, well, I gave her this, and she was like, "Oh, this is so beautiful," you know. And she said, I'm actually into crystals and this and that." And I said, "Yeah, I can feel you. I know. This is why I gave it to you, you know." And y'all, I want you to know this. There are a lot of people that are a lot like you, you know. A lot of the things that we hide, that, you know, that are hobbies or that we enjoy or that spark a light, you know, or bring us back to life, you know. The cool thing about this is I'm not afraid to share these things with you guys, because it's exciting, you know, it's magical. And I bring this out of people too, just to be their true authentic self. So it's really cool. But yeah, I hope that everything works out for her. She's amazing. And this morning I was sitting on my porch, and just sitting, playing with my cards, my angel cards, and I saw her walking her dogs, and I said, "Look, I want to pull an angel blessing card for you." I said, "They're just cards, you know, just for, you know, affirmations or just inspiration for every morning." And she said, "Oh, I like that." And then I pulled her card, and it was the vibration card. And I said, "Look, today you're going to be happy. You need to keep your vibrations high, you know." And she looked at me and she said, "I'm really going to miss you." And I was like, "Oh, you're going to miss me?" You know, she said, "I really liked you. You've always been kind to me, you know. I'm really going to miss you." And I said, "I'm really going to pray for you," you know. And we don't accidentally meet people, guys. We meet people. We are drawn to people. Our energies are pulled to people for a reason. There's something that we know. There's wisdom that we've been taught, or it's just born in us, that we need to share to help people, you know. And this is part of my mission. It's fun, you know. It's exciting. It's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. But yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Guys, don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Know this, that the people that are meant to be in your life they will love you for who you are, you know? And they will accept you for who you are, you know? But I think as generations go by, you know, being authentic is becoming the new norm, you know, and being stuck in a box and just ignorant to growth and becoming a better person, evolving, is it's dying away. It's dying off. Because if you're not working on yourself, if you're not healing, God's gonna look at this like, what good are you bringing to this planet? You're not doing the work I'm asking you to do. You're taking these blessings that I'm gifting you with for granted. What's your purpose? You know? It's really fascinating. It's cool to think about. But yeah. Oh, and I woke up this morning. I'm going to smoke a cigarette because I've got to go to work in just a minute. I woke up this morning and the word that kept coming to my mind was exposure, exposure, exposure. So I prayed this morning. I said, I pray for exposure. I pray for justice. I pray for judgment, not just for me, for everyone, you know? And it's cool. And because Donald Trump, he was exposed. Everyone is going to be exposed. Don't worry. Just keep having faith. Keep pushing that love out there and continue to love yourself, guys. Remember, the more you are doing in life to help our world, just to raise the vibrations, to bring the goodness, the love, life back into people, God will keep you. He will make your life. You will live a long, prosperous, healthy life. Trust and believe that. But the more negativity, the more manipulation, the more times, you know, some people, they want to act like God. They want to rob you of your free will. They want to just deceive people, you know, and just do wrong. God's not going to give them a long life. He's going to actually, in fact, and these are facts, make their life miserable. And yes, exposure. We are in a season of exposure right now. And I've been told this in dream state too. God's told me many times, Narcy, sit still. Just keep your mouth shut. Sit still and just have faith. Alright? Sit still. Sit still. You're protected, right? Guys, if you don't believe in something, I would recommend you start to, you know. And even if it's silly things like gemstones and quartz and different crystals, and y'all, it's amazing, guys, because I used to be addicted to what crystal meth, but now I absolutely love crystals, right? Like beautiful crystals. I used to be addicted to street slang, ice. I'm addicted to ice cubes. Do you see how God works in the most funniest ways? He does amazing things. Yes. Guys, what you need to remember, you need to start enjoying life. You need to start, find your way back home in your heart. It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it, okay? Be who you are. Shoot, everybody is their own person. I would not wish to be anyone other than myself, guys, because I don't know what people have been through. Hell, you know? And it's been said that if you wish to have someone else's life, guys, let me tell you this. If you want to be like me, if you want my life, if you think that everything is handed to me, you got it all fucked up, okay? Because if you try to, you don't want to go through what I went through. Trust me, you don't want to. So appreciate the life that you have. Focus on yourself. Be you. Love yourself. And guys, there are so many blessings out here. Everyone, there are so many blessings. Don't try to take anyone else's blessings, especially if it's not meant for you, because if you choose or if you try to steal someone's destiny, it's not possible. It's already written in the stars. And God will, in fact, grant you that wish, but you will, in fact, have to endure every single thing that person had to go through. And trust me, you don't want to. Alright guys, I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Today is Sunday, but it is my Monday. I pray for exposure. Yes. I